What up? I am joined by Kits here. Say hi.
Hello.
Let me know if either of us are too loud, too quiet, or if the game's too loud, we will adjust it. We spent a lot of time working on this yesterday, but audio is kind of the hardest thing to test with this specific setup. But yeah, this has been worked on for a while. Finally got it set up. And Kits is going to showcase some Timespinner randomizer for us. This is a relatively new rando, isn't it?
I think it's been around for a while, to be fair. Maybe since last year. I just
That's not
picked it
too
up.
bad.
I just picked it up this year.
Yeah, and I just recently got the game, so
Yeah, I got taught it by when people were doing Archipelago, and it was interesting. And I do love Metrovania games, so I ended up picking it up.
Metroidvanias render themselves so well to rando.
Yes. Uh, Two things I do love about this game, this randomizer so far, is there is an in-game map tracker, which you will see, and the item tracker is auto tracking, so you don't have to mark anything; it auto tracks as you play.
Yeah, built-in auto trackers are incredible.
And all the items that are lit up is due from. For some reason, it does keep the last seed that was ran, but once I start a new one, it will empty itself. So I am going to end up showcasing two different runs. The
Yeah,
first,
because before you get to that, yeah, this rando is relatively short. Most seeds last like what, an hour at worst sometimes.
uh, if it's really, really bad, maybe an hour and a half. If it's really, really fast, you can get
Well,
it.
like 40 minutes.
I've gotten a sub 40. So
Yeah. Well, if anyone watched I want to say it was the Final Fantasy Rando Marathon. That was a couple months back, or like might have been last month. Alistair says he's getting no audio.
uh,
I'm getting audio, so it's not on my end. It's not on
yeah,
our end. I'm
I'm
getting
getting.
audio on the stream.
Yeah, same. I just turned the audio on.
All right, I'm also going to test some audio levels real quick before we get started.
All right.
So feel free to talk and stuff.
All right. So the first seed that I'm gonna run is I'm doing settings that I usually like to run
And the
because
first thing I need to do is turn myself down just a little bit.
the settings that I like to run, they're more relaxing for me, but some people do not like them. I can understand why, but
Yeah.
usually progressive key cards and downloadable items. Start with Maya Quick Seed. Quick Seed is really nice because we start with Talaria's attachment, and that will be in both seeds I run. The last four are going to be Stinky Mall, which makes gas mask actually required, even though you can still get around it. The Geyer Archives. The Geyer Archives are from the end game, like where you would do the hidden boss. Cantorin is a boss that you have to do a chain of quests to unlock, and you would get the Radiant Orb from it, which hopefully we get to see the Radiant Orb. And the last one are lore checks. Lore checks are in the past. There's two different versions. There's going to be the past and present, as you'll see. Past has letters, whereas the present has memories, and you will see those as I go. But this is usually the first setting that I will run. Uh, Inside the actual settings, we can actually change like boss randomization. Random boss scaling would set it up to where whatever boss is randomized to the location, that boss gets the health and attack of the boss that is there. Uh, when we mostly run with damage randomizer set to mostly buffs, so most orbs should have increased damage. Uh, There has been some cases where I've gotten a lot of negative orbs and I've been sad. And negative orbs do less damage. Loot is the only thing that's really important in loot is shop inventory being randomized, shop prices multiplier set to 0, so that means anything in the shop is free, and always sell warp shards. Warp shards will only be sold once the pyramid key is found. Or sometimes they will be selling in there without the pyramid key, but they are really useful for if you want to go other places really fast, as you'll see here in a bit. Other than that, there's not much left to talk about in this set. So yeah, let's go ahead and randomize and get a seed going. Usually we do run on normal mode, which means it's not as bad. If you are just starting Timespinner, I would recommend going with Dream mode, so it's more for learning the seed itself.
Yeah, I think my first few seeds when I actually go to play through this, it'll probably also be will probably be Dream mode, because it's not much different. The big thing with Dream mode is that when you die, you just immediately get revived, so you don't have to like worry about dying and losing all your progress.
Yes, and when you hit save points, it is automatically saved, so you don't have to menu to save. So, Arrow, would you like to do the countdown?
Yes. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. And sometimes it does lag when starting. And the starting will always be the same, where you have to equip the orbs. So we start with blood orbs plus, and then you have to destroy the statue here. Blood orb, not a good one to start with, because the attack is really bad on the thing, on the statue. Most of the time you will see cutscenes getting skipped really fast by hitting start really fast and moving on. So Talaria's attachment for Quick Seed, as you can tell, I'm immediately just dashing. If I didn't have that, then I would be walking, which, as you can tell, walking is much slower. So gotta go fast.
It is a very huge quality of life for the rando to let you start with it.
And there are awkward jumps that involve Solarias that make logic wonky. So there are 4 different equips for weapons. In this case, they're called orbs. You have the main orbs, which are called melee orbs, which is what the blood orb is doing right now. The second one is you have a spell, which is the frozen spires there. The third one is basically like an accessory that gives benefits. So Shadow Seal. The lower my health is, the more damage I do. Which you can't see it this early because I don't really have much equipment. And then you actually have armor and stuff. One of the interesting quirks of Talaria is that jump is possible, which makes this all possible now. In vanilla, you would actually have to get the time stop, or the wheel to do time stop. So nice that I can just run and stuff dies behind me.
That's nice.
Just getting some extra experience starting out, because we have our first boss fight.
Yep, and I think under these settings, all of the bosses are shuffled.
Yes. So the way you can tell if you have boss randomizer on is you'll see a flash, and then the boss will be something, And this is the final boss that we're fighting first.
That is absolutely hilarious.
And some bosses do drop items, so there is that. So that room that I just passed through, that is one of the warp rooms that requires the twin pyramid keys. Just passing through it activates it as a warp spot. And we have our first gear.
If you would like to explain to the chat the importance of the gears.
So in the vanilla game, you have the ending and then you have the true ending. The true ending requires you to have the 3 time spinner gears, the time spindle, and the time wheel. And this allows you to go into the past to fight another boss. By doing this, you have broken time so much that you've basically created a quote-unquote god. And you end up having to fight the god, and you end up taking their spot in the vanilla story. So first, look at the shop.
Yeah, you say everything in the shop is free in these settings?
Yes.
Yeah. Stuff that's rather helpful overall. Yeah, as you can tell, chat, Kids will be doing a lot of the talking here because I have only played the vanilla game once and didn't even get true ending. So, Kits is the one here with knowledge.
Well, there is the time spinner spindle. There is the time spinner wheel.
You're just finding everything.
Twin pyramid key? Nope. So, there are 2 ways to progress between time. So the first one is you need this time spinner wheel and time spinner spindle to activate a spot, which will allow you to go back in time. I want to equip that. So there are 2 good items, accessory items that you want to equip. Celine's bracelet and Galaxy earrings. Celine's bracelet increases the experience Lunis gains. Galaxy earrings increases the experience orbs gain. And by that, it's the orbs, the melee orbs, or orbs used in kills. So if you attack with one orb but don't use the other one to kill, only the first orb will get the experience, even though you have 2 equipped. I know that sounds weird on the way it's worded, but it
It's
does
just how
make
it ended up being programmed.
Yes. So, as I was saying before, the 2 different ways to go between the past and the present in the randomizer is you need the spindle wheel, both of them, for an area, and the other one is you need the twin pyramid keys. And sometimes the twin pyramid key may not give you access. It just depends on where the random warp is. So this is the first method, is you would use the time spinner wheel and spindle here, and this will take you to the past from the present, because we started in the present.
Mm-hmm.
Now, stuff in the past does affect the present. Go figure, that there is actually stuff that does affect. Now, in this room, you can actually use the time spinner wheel and spindle to go back to the present if you don't have the twin pyramid key. Because I have rolled a seed where the keys were in the pyramid at the end. That was a fun seed. Sean remembers that seed, I hope, because I sent it to him. And I think he hated me after that for that seed. And I've been trying to find a good jet seed to give him. as a makeup for what I did. Let's see. Best armor in the game, Eternal Coat. Gives really good defense and gives extra damage. So there's two different paths you can take here. If you want to go, I usually save this path, the lower path, just in case if I don't get the Twin Pyramid key, so I can do multiple checks while getting sent back. But you can either go down, which will then take you back to town after you finish that path, or you can go straight into the castle. And I always prefer going straight into the castle, which castle will be a little difficult at level 3. Well, level 5 now.
Yeah, because isn't castle really good for checks?
Yes. Because if I go the other way towards where you would actually go in the vanilla game, I would need technically wheel, which I do have, or a vertical ascension item. And I keep forgetting that I've reached the bridge, so I need to go back to reset it. So, nice thing about the wheel is stuff that is like that attacks you becomes platforms that you can use to move. And my controller is being weird. Do I have sand? Okay, I do have sand, so I can do this now.
Yeah, the wheel is basically this game's big unique push here.
Yes, stopping time does help with stuff.
It also turns enemies into platforms.
Yes. As I just did there, because I could. That is... Basically, I'm just one gear and water mask and 3 cards from Go mode, basically. Then we're only 10 minutes in. What orbs do I have? Okay, yeah, that doesn't do much damage. Okay. So now I'm just key cards from Go mode and bosses. Oh, hey, there's the Twin Pyramid key.
Yep, so now you get to warp around.
Yep. So one of the bosses is hard locked behind the water mask, which allows you to go underwater, which I do not have yet. And I am not going to showcase glitches in this, so...
Very fair.
I mean...
Yep. Ideally, we want to show things to be accessible. Speaking of which...
Yes.
If you would like to try this rando yourself, you could go to the Timespinner Discord and go to their rando channel and learn everything you need to know.
Okay, so we're now just B keycard and water mask from Go, well, and a vertical movement.
And while we're shouting things out, let's also shout out Kits here. Oh, Nightbot's still active from Nightbot's still here from last time from the Super Mario 64 showcase.
Nightbot, always a useful bot. There are breakable walls in this game, so... And there's the galaxy earrings that I was talking about. Quick. Send the seed to Shad. He would enjoy. Oh wait, he might enjoy this go mode.
Yeah. Shout outs to Sean. And Sean's a friend of ours who plays a lot of randos as well.
Yes, he's actually the main reason why I got into Timespinner, so I will shout him out a lot. He's actually gotten me into a few randomizers. TMCR being one of them. This being one of them. What else has Sean gotten me into?
Okay, Nightbot has been told to leave the channel. It's fine.
Picking on Nightbot now?
I have a bot. I have a bot set up for this now that just runs off on the laptop itself.
Well, I have no warp shard, so now I have to take the long trek back.
Also, follow the commentary, which is just the two of us, so Kits is double shouted out. That's fine.
And because I have really good defense now, I'm just gonna start tanking hits.
Yeah, you may be at the point where I'm assuming you don't really have to focus level ups as much anymore.
Nope. It's more along the lines, if I was doing stuff, it would be to... I went too far. Wait, no. No, I didn't go too far. It would be just to level up orbs at this point. And I really don't have good orbs, so... Now I'm just kind of like, what do I do now? Other than checks to find more orbs. So, there are multiple status ailments in this game. One of them being poison, which it's like me burning the enemies. I just take damage over time.
Yeah, and it's not even that big of damage. So like,
no, but it's actually really good if you use Shadow Seal, because you can get extra damage from it without putting yourself at risk, basically. So what I did there was I went through the cave where you're supposed to find a person. By finding them in the vanilla
over here.
Yeah, in the vanilla game, you're supposed to look for them for side quests. Oh, hey, water mask.
So I think now you're just a key card.
Yep, B key card from Go mode. Which I need B key card and a vertical movement. So vertical movements are the succubus hairpin, which
is the double jump.
Yes. The second one is called Light Wall, which comes off of the Radiant Orb, which is one of the spells. The third one is the most broken vertical movement. And that
it's literally hi, fly.
It's basically, I can fly in a straight line upwards. And it's called the Celestial Sash.
Yep. Do you have them set as progressive in these settings, or you can just find one of them?
You can just find one of them.
Because they can be, I know they can be set as progressive.
Yes, and if you do it progressive, Celestial Sash will be the last in the chain. So you would find double jump, light wall, and then the Celestial Sash. So grabbing the save there, because we're going to go back for a boss. And this boss does have higher stats than normal, so you will see my HP probably fall a lot. As you can see, like how I'm doing 30 when I was doing 20 originally. $33, $36, $41.
Yeah, because you do more damage the lower health you have.
Yes. So with Shadow Seal, at half health, you start doing 50%, or no, not 50, 100% more. As you get closer to 0, you start getting closer to doing 200% more. And I need you not to die. So using that, I used him as a platform to be able to jump up here. So those vines require you to have a fire-based item. There are 4 fire-based items in this game. The fire orbs, which I'm actually using. The pyro ring, which I am actually using. A spell called Infernal Rage, or no, Infernal Fire, or something like that. Never really use it because it's a short range spell, so not really worth it. And then the most overpowered spell in the game, Jin's Inferno. And it's an understatement when I say that spell is the most broken spell in this game. 2 reasons. High damage. Second one, there's actually a MP glitch you can do with it. Which,
Oh, that's neat.
Which the blue... I guess I should explain the different things up in the top left. So the hourglass is for when you stop time. When you stop time, you'll see that it actually starts to drain. That is how much sand you have. The green is your health. Green always represents health most of the time. The blue represents aura, in this case MP. So this is the second to final boss that you would fight in a playthrough, which is literally weak to almost everything except Radiant or
This
Light.
boss is also, in general, kind of a pushover. Did the game crash?
Oh, Discord broke.
Oh, we lost kits. Give it a minute, guys.
Alright, everything should be back now? Or do you have to do some recropping?
Nope, you are good. You were good.
Did we both drop, or was it just me?
Just you.
Huh. I was wondering why it got quiet.
It's cool, you only dropped for a moment.
So, with Water Mask, we're able to walk on the ground. You can still dash underwater, so you can still move fast underwater.
If you're on the ground.
Yeah, and if you jump in the air, you can maintain that movement, but the moment you attack, you lose that speed. Or if you get hit, so... Monsters do like to come through the walls. So if you've noticed, we saw this area already, but we saw the present. Now we're seeing the past of it. I still wish I had better orbs, though. So now we are heading through where one of the bosses would technically be located. One of the 3 required bosses. And I will show later why they are hard required. But for now, you'll get to see one of them, and this is the strongest of the 3. Am I poisoned? Yes, I am.
Is this boss still vanilla, or will it be a shuffled boss as well?
It will be a shuffled boss. Its spot is a hard required boss location, I should say.
Okay, so basically whatever boss is here is hard required.
Yes. There are different paths that you can take through this place. I just like doing this way, because sometimes I like to hope that I can get a vertical movement here before
Yeah,
going the other
because
way.
we're almost 25 minutes in, no vertical.
Yeah, but we're almost already in go mode in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so like this might be vertical go mode, which would be funny.
I hope it's not light wall, because I will have to do some stupid shenanigans. Actually, I have 2 high ethers and 2 regular ethers. That might be enough.
Still not vertical.
No jackpot room. Sad face. And that boss literally melted in its HP.
Oh, there's the jewelry box.
So jewelry box is interesting because this allows you to set up multiple equip sets for your orbs. Like if I were to hit the button right now to swap orb sets, I now have nothing because I haven't set it up.
Okay, so here is where you logically need the gas mask.
In the randomizer, if you invoke Stinky Maul, this is one of the required places to use it. The save point will restore oxygen, and there's other ways to restore oxygen.
Yep.
In this case, beat this boss. Oh,
it's
hey,
vanilla.
that's interesting.
I was about to say this boss isn't too bad anyway.
It's not bad until you start running out of oxygen and you start taking 10% of your health per tick. And you did the extra modifier for the hardness. And so with the restoration of health, I also got my oxygen back, so now I'm not dying.
Yep.
I am not making that.
Well, vertical rooms in Metroidvanias, you can't escape them. You could just take an elevator if it weren't for the one item.
Correct. I mean, I could have done it another way, but because I'm not actually going to this all the way to the left here to reset, there was no point in doing the other method, which would be go right to the warp room, which resets the elevator back down, and then you can just fall down because you've broken the platform.
Also, this room just is full of health.
Yes. Ooh, Storm Eye. You know what? I'll use it for now.
That is so weird, Alistair. Twitch issues being weird. Well, glad you're here with audio now. Oh, that's a helpful little ability.
Sadly, it doesn't do much damage, even with plus. But like weaker enemies that die instantly, it helps. So more max sand.
Still a strong lack of vertical movement.
Unfortunately. On the bright side, we are hitting a little bit harder with Fire Orb now. Okay, so we're going to go back to the present. because I need vertical movement. Let's see. So these are the warp shards I was talking about. They are now being sold because I have the pyramid key. You will see why they are useful later.
If I
Probably here in
remember
about...
correctly, aren't the warp shards choose to go back to a spot?
Yes.
Yep. It helps
There
with
is...
getting around.
Yes. Especially if you're going back to other areas faster. So we've already seen this because I've gotten a key card. I can now do some more checks in this area. Also, the other nice thing about the warp shards is if you've used the warp, you can prevent yourself from getting soft locked. Because there are ways to get soft lock in this game, in the randomizer.
As per any Metroidvania rando.
And the area that I'm talking about is coming right up. Captain's uniform. So this is the area where you can get soft lock if you don't have a lot of stuff. By that I mean double jump, wheel, and either that or light wall. There is a V key card that is needed if I find tablet to unlock 3 checks.
Yeah, but it's not the key card you're looking for.
Nope. My key card's in another castle, unfortunately. So this would be the area where I would actually get soft locked at.
Yep, but thanks to having the shard, you're good.
So this was the very first part of the game that we saw. This is the difference because I've defeated them all. So get ready to watch a lot of menuing. Oh, if you jump when attacking, you can retain some of your movement speed. So,
Oh, that was rude. Oh, that's rude.
I'm gonna try
It
to
also
make...
doesn't help that the oxygen damage is a hard 10% and not just a number, so it's not like you take less damage at the higher levels.
For some reason, this room restores oxygen. I have not figured out why it does, but we'll take it.
That'd be a hammer.
Giant hammer. So defeating the mall actually unlocks 2 extra checks in here. So that ship is normally not there, and it drops the 2 chests. So how have I not found vertical movement yet?
Yeah, that is insane that there's no vertical yet. Well, there's light wall, there's your vertical.
And as you saw, that was an immediate warp.
Yep, you have your vertical movement now.
Which also means goodbye, Aura. I'm never using another spell.
Yep, because light wall is a spell, unfortunately, so you need to have your spell slot taken up just to be able to get your vertical movement. But it unlocks a ton, and Chance is at a point right now where he's only 1 item from go mode. Has been for like 20 minutes. But
hopefully I can find this succubus hairpin, because I can show off a neat trick in the pyramid with light wall and the succubus hairpin.
as you can see with light wall, you basically summons walls that you can climb up on.
Which is really interesting. If you know how to do your hops just right, you can actually get them to where you can maximize your jump to maximize the usage of your aura too. It's also light wall is a really good damage attack if used right.
We have another boss. Once again, the bosses are shuffled, so when you enter a boss room, you just trigger a different boss fight.
So, as you've probably seen, there's 3 different colored numbers. There's a faded gray, like the 14s there, those are the faded grays. There's white, which it's a little bit brighter than the gray. And then there's red. Light gray means they resist the damage, you do half. White means you're doing normal damage. Red means you're doing increased damage for super effectiveness. Some bosses, it's nice to know because it could help burn bosses down faster. No pun intended with fire orbs.
Yeah.
And Lightwall is good at knocking out floor panels. And this is why we were talking about vertical movement. The light wall is very useful at that.
Yep, otherwise when you get here, you'd have to turn around and come back later.
At least I found light wall and not the double jump, because I don't want to do the stupid required trick to get the very top of the towers. Because there's a trick that involves time shenanigans with double jumps. This is the second shot in the shop in the game. Nothing useful. I was hoping
Not
for
really.
ethers. So Chaos. Chaos is a debuff that drains your sand. There is a third debuff, but you hardly see it. There's the third fire-based source, which is Infernal Flames.
Yep.
I will say I love how some of these save points are set up, because this is a nice save point to get back all my aura.
Still not our key card.
Oh, so where I fought the other boss just a moment ago, that was one of the required boss spots. This is the third required boss spot.
Yeah. Also, light wall continuously does damage, so he could just sit here and do this until hopefully it dies.
Yep, and this is actually the spot that I'm in is actually a cheese for this boss because he cannot hit you. Also, that's why I switched to ice. Iron. I might actually swap to iron just to do more damage. You know what? Where are you at? So, Star of Lacrium is one of my favorite ring accessories.
Gives you a third orb, right?
Yes.
Which is very useful for some weapons.
No. Like, one of my favorite ones, which is not plus, is actually Gun Orb. Being able to triple shot real fast like that is really nice.
And it's also probably one of your best ranged orbs.
Yes. Now, the interesting fact about Gun Orb, it does not actually take effect from Shadow Steel because it's a projectile and not melee, even though it's still under the melee spot. That was just a regular item. Okay, so this is the in-game tracker. So these yellow spots that you see, those are item spots I still have. Actually, this would be faster to use this.
So you probably warp shard here.
Yep. So let's go into the pink room, which does... It's called pink room because it requires an orb to actually get in. If you look at the tracker, it's the far right spot, which is the royal ring. It's referencing the plasma orb. And we just warp shard from here. Let's see. We'll do this spot because I can do 2 checks in a row.
As a reminder to chat here, Kits was two items from Go mode about 28 minutes ago. Only in vertical and a key card. Well, he's got vertical.
You know what? That's me going.
There's the tablet.
That's
You
an
mentioned that
immediate.
earlier.
That's an immediate. I'm going back to the present. So tablet unlocks a lot of checks real fast. So we have multiple spots, as you probably saw them when I was moving through. They're like terminals, which I'm coming up to the first one. You need the tablet.
All an item.
Yep, and they're all of those require tablet to check them. That's another spell,
Another warp shard.
another accessory. And that gave me nothing. Wait. How can I access that?
Go and find out, I guess.
Because you would need the elevator key card to come down through here, and I need the elevator or the B key card to go through here. So why is that saying that is accessible?
You might be able to drop down, maybe, somewhere.
No. Was there a warp spot that I'm missing? It's the only thing I can think of, but I still don't have the elevator. Oh! I have an actual warp spot here.
Well, that's why it's in logic.
Oh yeah, because I found the pyramid key in the past. Which the warp spot that the pyramid key gave was in the caves here. That explains a lot.
And there's the
Overpowered spell.
Yep.
So
yeah,
just
now let's just find the key card and call it a day.
$284 damage right now. Okay, yeah, this is not working. Let's go back to Fire Orb.
Yep. And as you see, many of the checks in one time will also be available in the opposite time.
Yes. My next goal will be probably jackpot room after this. Well, there's the gas mask.
Oh, that's now in logic. There's your elevator key card.
Which means
a lot of stuff just became available.
Yep. So, The reason why those 3 boss spots are required. Up ahead, I will show you. I'm gonna grab these 2 checks. Shattered orb. One of my favorite orbs, personally. Sadly, it's minused. So this spot right here is blocked with 3 lasers. Those 3 bosses are what stops the laser. This is also one of the Geyer archives that is put on in these settings. If you're curious at what kind of monsters you will see throughout this game, well,
They're all
these
here.
And there are 3 checks in here. Debating that. I could probably pull off shenanigans with, oh yeah, I have Jin's Inferno. Why am I doing this the hard way? Okay, so to explain the MP glitch with Jin's Inferno, if you cast it before it disappears, it does not take away your MP for the next cast. And this is why it's actually a really good spell. Stupid enemies with shields.
So, imagine their little shield blocks giant fireball.
I missed that enemy. So, this Geyer archive has a very annoying enemy in it. And I missed him again. And he's dead. So you actually have to stop time to get him to spawn.
Yep, so if you go in without wheel, you're in trouble.
However, in the randomizer, it is actually fixed that after a certain amount of time, the doors will just open so you don't get locked in it. Because I've actually had wheel in there before. Oh no, I am out of mana. Oh crap.
Vertical rooms in Metroidvanias.
More because of those bombs that are falling at the same time. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
ignore that check.
Don't worry, it's just your key card.
Probably. Actually, is that lock? Yeah, it is actually in logic still. Slash cry. And the other thing is I don't want to waste all my ethers in that room either. Takes increased damage from blunt damage. Hey, about that
And
key
there,
card.
it's go mode.
Yep. So I'm just gonna blast through the last bit of this and deal with an annoying pyramid.
You know, that being go mode kind of helps given where you were.
Yep. Wait, I can do that. So sadly, even though I'm in go mode, I still am required to do this little tidbit. Just get those out of my way. So you have to basically break that to turn the power off. And the reason why you have to turn power off is because there's a laser.
Plus is not bad.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to use it. Because Eye Orb does do good damage, and if you mix it with... Where is the Scythe Ring? It does some really good damage then. And one little hit can knock you all the way down. Oh yeah, I don't have double jump, so...
Yeah.
Let's grab the save point, restore all my stuff. Oh, thank God.
And you get double jump, so you don't have to rely entirely on only light wall.
Now I can show off the little cheeky trick in the pyramid now, hopefully. And I am grabbing save points.
Oh look, we get to fight the first boss of the game.
Oh, hey, nice A key card. I think that's actually a vanilla spot, too. I think I'm gonna fight K1tsune92. So, this guy is the one boss that's in the waterfall area.
And you can probably see what vanilla you get here.
Yep. Okay, he's on phase 3. So the bosses have different phases. Phase 1, they have a light attack. Phase 2, they change up their pattern. In phase 3, they change up their pattern again while adding in the previous change. So in that state, when he did the
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, at the end here is you basically get to pick which of the two bosses you want to fight.
Yes. They both lead to this same spot where you're going to go through the pyramid.
Are those two shuffled, or is it always the same two?
The last two are always, the bosses in that spot are always shuffled. The last two in the pyramid are always shuffled too.
Okay, that time we just got lucky to be vanilla, basically. Or does it tell you what they are before you enter?
You get told what they are before you enter.
Ah, nice. And now you get to go just walking through here just to get to another boss.
Fun fact, these guys do not get stopped when you stop time. They still actually move through time. I messed that up. I'm so used to having Celestial for this. So, this is originally where you get Celestial Sash. And it's really nice in this area because then you don't have to do this where you use light wall to climb. And this is why I was worried about having ethers. Come on. I don't believe I messed up that trick. Sad.
Well, you have a second seed to give that a shot.
That's only if I get it.
This is true.
Okay, so
Nice
we have...
max health at the end. Also, nice boss.
And now you can see why Jin's Inferno is really broken. You know
You're also
what?
getting a very nice chain of bosses here at the end.
And that is time. And usually when you finish a seed, so I would say it took what, like an extra 8 seconds to get in at the start?
Yeah, something like that.
About 6
And yeah,
seconds. So in-game time and your timing is not that far off. It just depends on how long it takes you to load.
yep. But that's only one of two seeds. As I said, these are usually pretty short. Kits has prepared 2 different sets to go with you.
Yes, the second one that I'm going to be running is... this is the possible settings for the new, or for the tournament that's coming up.
So, very good example to run this.
So everything but progressive vertical movement and progressive key cards is on. I Spy is actually on the border right now. Like, it was a 50-50. So I'll show what it is with the with this showcase. So I Spy actually require all those hidden walls I was breaking. They now hard require the Oculus Ring to break.
Because the Oculus rings will let you see that they're breakable.
Yes.
I
So this...
understand this. I understand the setting because like newer players can get thrown off by like which walls are breakable, which ones are not. So I kind of get it.
Yep. So
It's accessibility. Inverted, yeah, you get to start in the past now.
yep, specific key cards. So all the key cards are now random. So I can find literally the first key card I could find would be A. And I can only open doors that require a key card. And vice versa, like I could find D, so only the D doors are open. I could find B, which means only the B doors are open. Other than that, nothing much changes other than those settings. Starting with jewelry box. So the other thing I'm going to change is in the tournament, the damage randomizer is now set to balance. So there's going to be multiple, there's more minus and more pluses. And this is where it really gets changed. There's actually going to be a shop price multiplier, so it's going to be a 1 now. So
Yeah, so everything will be its vanilla cost, basically.
yes.
And you saw in the settings that Archipelago is an option because this is supported by it, and you can set up as part of a big multi-world of multiple games. We will eventually be showcasing one of those with a few different games.
Yep. So the last four numbers, or and letters, that is the flag setting hash. So one FF9 will be most likely what the tournament seeds will have. There will always be 4 zeros before it, and then you have your actual number. I think that's pretty good random. So timer is reset. All right,
Yep.
Arrow. If you would like to give me a countdown again, please.
Yep, I'm gonna give this a countdown, and then I'm gonna step away for a few minutes. But you'll be able to chat with everyone. You got the chat open; they can see everything.
Yep. If you have any questions,
Yeah,
feel
chat. If
free
you have
to
any
ask.
questions at any point about the rando, please feel free to ask. We will answer the best we can. If you want to try the rando yourself, go to the Discord. Also, be sure to follow Kits, who's running this for us. He's been streaming a lot of this lately.
Whether it's just solo seeds or archipelago seeds.
And also, if you want updates on when this channel is going live, follow Twitter and our Discord. Join our Discord. We'll be doing a lot more of these.
Also, stay hydrated.
Yes, definitely stay hydrated. That's actually what I'm stepping away to do, is to go get me something to drink. All right, so let's get Kits running again. Hopefully nothing breaks while I'm gone. We only have one break last season, which is actually incredible. And that was a
And
Discord screw up.
yeah, I have no idea why Discord kicked me. To
Yeah.
be fair.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
It didn't break this time in the opening, but I did get turned around. So we are starting with Gun Orb. So no plus or minus start. So having neutral damage is better than having minus damage, to be fair. So, okay. Timespinner, are you alright? So, as you saw in the last seed, I took the vanilla way to get to the past. So, in inverted, you actually start with that. So, we start here in the town. Oh, that's an early twin pyramid key. So, let's see. I'm going to do the same thing as last time, where I am immediately going right. Yeah, see, you can see the difference in damage already. So you're technically supposed to have at least 1 or 2 levels when you come to the past, and I don't even have that. So I'm actually taking damage. There's an early tablet. Oh yeah, see, that's one of the walls that you can break with I Spy. So I was trying to break a wall that I can't break yet. So I am going to grab this. So I grabbed that warp spot. Wow, that thing has a lot of health. So we're now at this warp spot. do some extra damage. Try to get some more. I want to get some more experience. Try to gain an extra level or two. So yeah, last time I came in here, I had Eternal Coat early, so it was nice. I didn't take as much damage. I have no defense this time. Did I actually pick up anything yet? No, I have not. So I'm probably gonna die once or twice here. Okay. I got past the annoying part, the barrows, because with no defense and level 2, I think those barrows do... I want to say they did like 50 damage. So yeah, they hurt.
Alright, I've returned.
Welcome back.
Oh, was gun over your start?
Yes.
Nice.
But it was not plussed, unfortunately.
Well, what matters is that it's not minused.
Have I gotten... No, I have not gotten nothing else. Oh, that was an annoying enemy to face. Hey, defense!
Hey, look at it like this. You can warp at least.
Yes, I do have the Twin Pyramid key.
Yep.
Okay, I can tank that hit. We can tank that one by accident. I don't think that's actually better. No, that's actually worse. Tank it. I'm gonna do something I usually don't do. I'm taking a safety save.
Can we blame you? Nah.
No defense, no good orb. Yeah. Considering that those things don't die. Oh, it's not a plus, but it's better. I don't have the MP to use it. I don't have Ice Spy, I can't break that wall. I'll come back for those 2 checks later. Because I haven't really set a warp spot yet with warp shard, so there'd be no point in going to getting it just to walk back. Okay, so I only do 5, so that would take 6 hits to kill them. Eat that.
Yep, go get this trigger.
And now
Yeah,
we're
something
going...
else to note. Yeah, quest lines do not give you anything item-wise for the rando. There are a couple people you can talk to get items, but...
That is after the first boss. So we're gonna do this backwards real fast. This might have been a bad idea.
Well, I mean, you just might be sitting a little bit. Oh. Well, at least you just spam this till he dies.
Yeah, you should have around 500 health, so...
Yeah, as long as you don't mess the timing up with this, mess up the timing any, then
Well, at least I get a refill.
And max aura is really good to collect at the moment while you're having the overpowered ability.
Yep. And these enemies are annoying.
They don't hurt much, but yeah, they are annoying. I think you missed. It also doesn't help that the gun orb, while decent, is not very accurate very close.
No, it is not. Well, I got my restore on my aura. More aura.
Well, I mean, it's not progression, but it's usable.
And as you saw, the Shin's Inferno does have range. That was a little hard to get that jump. If I would have went too far, I would have hit it. Okay, y'all can leave me alone now. No, I don't want a Rose. I don't want to be Jesse. Or, I mean, not Jesse, James. Okay. Do I want to take increased damage for draining my aura?
Prob.
So it was probably a good thing I came to the past. Or no, to the present to get Jin. So when I go left, I can actually burn the vines. But I need a vertical, or a way to go vertical now. Okay, I can jump over you.
Let's see if you go 40 minutes without a vertical this time. Or in 35, excuse me.
Please, no, not again. Those things are annoying. And as long as you are not moving when you get hit, it won't knock
you don't
you
get
back.
knocked, which is really cool.
Ooh, that's really useful.
That's defense, isn't it?
It's a really good increase on defense and damage. That's not better. Double jump!
Hey, and fire orb. Given I think you already had fire source, so
Yeah, I had 2 already.
the sand vials are nice and all if you had a wheel.
And because I do have this stuff to or the shards to buy items, that's nice. And that's a princess dress. That's a lot better on defense. Not getting any plus damage yet. And that is a security card A.
Okay. That is a key card.
So this is us going back to the past. Because now I can actually clear out the most of the left side. If I had water mask, I could clear out the entire left side.
That's just when you find water mask. It's fine.
Actually, you know what? Before I go left, I'm gonna go right, actually. Because I'm gonna show stupid logic. So this part where I'm at, this is actually where you get double jump in the vanilla game.
Yep.
When you actually come here, all you have is time wheel and time spindle. So you're actually supposed to use the
There's
wheel.
C.
Yes, that is a C card. So
We
you're
still
actually
need
supposed,
D though.
yeah, B and D, because I gotta open the door to get through with D first.
Yep.
So
Yeah, don't you need all 4 to finish the game?
yes, to get the true ending. So in the vanilla game, you would use wheel to freeze that guy to use him as a platform to get up here. And those guards melt to Jin's Inferno really easily. No pun intended. So yeah, this is the boss.
Alright.
This is one of the required boss spots. I forgot to mention it last time.
Yep. Well, this time you get to use Inferno on them. Effectively.
I got a different orb. Okay, I guess I'll use it.
It's not as much damage, but it's also a little more accurate.
And yes, I did take damage there at the end because I was standing on the enemy light wall.
And all you used for it was sand for a lack of wheel.
So I know I've talked about stupid logic with jumps. This is... I found this one out the other day when I was messing around and running one by myself, and I got here and I'm like, I looked at the map tracker and went, wait, why is this saying this is all in logic? And then I thought about it and I figured out why it was all in logic. So, and I will show that. So I'm just gonna brute force through here. Oh yeah, I can't break that anyways. Let me go. So in the vanilla game, in order to get up here, you would have to use double jump and freezing that enemy as a platform. But as you can tell, it says it's all in logic. So how would you think this is in logic?
Let's see it.
Stupid double jump shenanigans with speed.
Funny enough, I did that during my vanilla playthrough screwing around.
Oh, you actually made that jump?
Yeah. I only made it once. I'm like, wait, how did I do this? I want to do it again. It didn't really get me that far because then I went somewhere else.
Okay, so this has Empress Cakes. That's good. Wait, I got a gilded egg, didn't I?
Time to sell it.
Because the Empress Cakes are more important. 4 of them will be good. But yeah, double jump shenanigans with speed is a thing. Oh, well, I can't go this way anyways. Time to go the other way. Kill everything with fire.
It's a good thing you have Inferno though, because your base damage is really rough at the moment.
But that's an understatement. Sadly, I don't have the wheel, so I can't get this check all the way at the top. Oh no. I don't have to do the stupid logic, or stupid trick. Well, there's all fire.
Yeah, I think you have every fire source now.
Yes, I do. What accessory do I have? I don't even have an accessory equipped. You know what? More fire. Why not? My fire orbs are actually on fire now. I will say, I do like the aesthetics of the orbs on fire.
We have another boss, and it is... Oh. Well, this is completely free with Inferno.
What is aura?
Well,
Okay.
you got the star. That will help.
Yes.
Helps
Okay,
damage output.
Sort of. It just means I can use my melee orb an extra time. And some orbs, it's actually really good. Like, if I found, like, a, plus radiant orb, oh, I would so use that with,
Well, that
Star.
almost makes it worth switching back to the gun orb, too.
Yeah, but the only bad thing about the gun orb is still the close range in some
Yeah,
areas.
it's horrible in close range.
But I do like it because it does pierce the shields of the knights.
Which are very annoying enemies.
Just hit them with blunt damage. There's
There's another one. Once again, it's B that we're looking for.
B and the 5 pieces of this wheel now.
Yeah, we haven't found any of them yet.
And I will say, this is actually my first time trying these settings. I have not run these settings previously. And I actually do like the increase on challenge a little already.
Yeah.
Can't break that. Anyone want fried chicken? Hey, fried chicken. That was actually perfect timing on the drop for fried chicken, basically. Speaking of
Hey, look!
Radiant.
Good orb!
Oh, damage. That's what damage looks like.
I know your damage output just like multiplied by almost 10 just now. It's also nice that it's an area, it's an AoE. So,
Yes.
you can hit enemies from both sides of you.
And now my health is refilled. The bangle. Okay, I'm gonna equip that and start leveling Radiant a little. Again, speed and double jump is really nice because there are some logic checks that are very interesting to get. So this is gonna be, we're gonna start back here and go the start of the vanilla route to get some more items. So again, burn the leaves or the vines in the past, which opens up those spots in the present.
High Aether would be useful later.
Yes. Unless I find the sash, and then oh,
Do we have a... Oh, okay.
I don't know if that showed that on. Okay, so that was a random saying that something's just unsynced on Steam, which was weird.
It did freeze the game for a moment. By the way, you picked up Light Wall and Gas Mask.
Yes. So, one thing I forgot to mention, whenever you see accessories or spells get plus or minus, you can tell that the orb that it's,
Oh.
that's interesting. The orb that it associates with will also be plus or minus. So if I get a spell and it's like Jin's Inferno, then I already know that the tome, or the orb that goes with it, is going to be minus. But that also comes from memorizing what each one is, too, associated with.
So now we just need the Timespinner pieces and we're done.
Yes. So I didn't get to show this area off in the present last time, but I am going to show it off this time. So you saw the other route of this. This was during the past. This is actually one of the in-game spots because you need the A key card to go through here. These enemies actually do hurt without defense. And as you can see, they still take a lot of damage to die.
Yep.
Also nice damage. No longer nice damage.
Oh, your level seed ruined.
Yeah, like that enemy hit me and I lost 42 health. And there went like half my health right there. But yeah, this is an in-game area because you don't get the A key card until the end of lab, which then that's when you get the cutscene where Lunas goes, well, if I had the Timespinner gears and spindle and wheel, I could change the past to make the future better. This is one of the areas where you actually get the gear. One of the gears. Let's see if I can not get hit by anything.
Nicely done.
More food.
All the food.
When you play with gas mask required in areas, you appreciate food really fast. As you saw that last seed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Max
enemies.
stand up. We still have no wheel.
Yeah, these enemies are in-game enemies that I'm fighting, so they do. A lot of them do heavy damage if I run into them or take a hit from them. Also, different colored version of the snail.
Yep.
Ooh, that's so that piece of gear, the Emperor's. Wait, do I have a prince? Okay, I do have that equipped. The Empire Crown is best in slot for damage on the headpiece, as you can tell.
That is nice.
So these guys have a debuff that you don't get to see often unless you actually run into them or get hit by their powder. You get to say goodbye to your aura if you run into them. They give you the debuff neurotoxin.
Oh, big chicken.
But you can have 3 light walls out doing damage while you're doing damage with the radiant orbs.
Exactly. And dead.
Nice warp shard. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the library.
Make use of that key card.
The multiple key cards.
And more specifically, the elevator pass is helping here too.
Yes. I already got the stuff up top, yes. So, last time I really didn't get the full clear of the area. But this time I probably will end up full clearing this area. Also, I'm just getting more experience for Radiant Orbs, because Radiant Orbs are now level 4. Leveling up orbs does increase their damage.
Yep, so it's very important.
Wait, I forgot to check here. That is the best in slot for damage and defense on the armor side.
Well, there you go. Still no wheel or time spinner pieces.
And I don't have the ocular ring yet. $141 damage. No, it's 101. Okay. It looked like it was higher, to be fair. So this spot up here is the weakest boss spot in the game. And it's Kitty Bot again.
Yep, normally you'll fight this as the first boss.
So, well, second. Oh,
well, one of the first.
Yeah, the... Oh, hey,
look.
that's a wheel.
Not only is it finally a Timespinner piece, but it's arguably the most important one right now.
Yes. Okay, so... But that spot... Yeah, we did fight the first boss in the game, but that spot is actually the weakest spot in the game for bosses as the second boss. Ooh, that is actually one of the items for the Gyre locations. I haven't got to show off all 3 Gyre location spots, but I can show off the second one now. Because the first one you get to see on your way to lab. The second one is actually in the library. The third one is actually in the lab. So the one in the lab requires you to have the merchant crow, which I do have. The one in the library requires Kobo, the one I just got. So let's go down. Now let's say hello to the Hell Laser room. The reason why this is called the Hell Laser room is those are called Hell Gazers. That spot was also a spot where a gear is held at. So that would have been gear spot number 2. So I'll go ahead and show this off. This is what I was talking about. There are 3 required bosses. So the one spot that I have not done is the Maw spot, because I need Water Mask. So we're gonna go down here where Water Mask would be vanilla. Always fun to go to vanilla spots.
Well, it needs to be done if you need to find items, so...
How often do you find the vanilla spots in randomizers? More often than you think.
Yup.
How many times have you found Plasma in its vanilla spot in Metroid Prime? Arrow.
Huh?
How many times have you found Plasma Beam in its vanilla spot?
Actually, that's shockingly rare. Mostly because of how much is required to find it.
True. But when you do find it, you're like, holy crap, that's annoying. Okay, so I'm going to show off the second Gyre location spot now. The one boss I
Yeah.
fought, Jin, or Ifrit, this is where you would technically fight him if you didn't have boss randomizer on. And it comes with 3 checks. One before. And then you have to fight the boss. Okay, I'm around 25% of the health.
And dead.
And then you have 2 afterwards. A blood orb. More sand.
Well, at least you can use the sand now.
I've tried to debate whether or not I should go do... Oh wait, I have light wall. I don't have to do the stupid trick to get the one top piece of the towers. Stupid water mask. I'm more surprised I have not found the ocular ring yet.
Well, who knows? It may end up not being needed.
For some reason, something tells me there's gears behind it. I don't know why, I just feel it. $76 damage normally with radiant orbs. That's nice. Oh, I should mention, there are some orbs and some appearance items that are added that are only down like special coded items. Like you have to put like a special code in for them. They are added into the randomizer naturally. Those would have been like Umbra, Orb, Nether Orb, I think, are the two. And some of the appearance changes for like the Maef and the Merchant Crow. The appearance changes that you get for Lunas are normal. You get the first one after you beat the dad spot. I'm just gonna call him Dad because that's what everyone refers to him. And the second one you get after you beat the final boss, the secret boss, which is Lunas with green hair, which is actually personally my favorite look.
There's one thing I'm hoping we see, because you didn't get to show it off in the first run, is our third vertical ability.
You pray that that's the first thing you ever find in these seeds.
Oh,
Like Celestial Sash, English. The Celestial Sash is such an amazing ability to have. That's an immediate equip. You know what? I think I'm gonna go the other way since I don't have ocular. So I didn't get to show this room off last time because I didn't have the vertical movement to do it. But I get to show off Jackpot Room now.
yep. There's a reason it has that name.
Actually, some nice items in here.
Nice stuff, but nothing required.
There's the spindle.
Alright, we're getting there. 3 to go.
Still no ocular ring. But yeah, with the Galaxy Earrings, every one of those kills I just did was 2 experience for the Radiant Orb. Which, after a while, that builds up real fast when you're able to kill multiple enemies for 2 points each. Stupid Oculus ring. I'm not going back for that one single check. Yet, at least. Having gas mask, that means I don't have to worry about oxygen now. 82 damage across 5 doors each. Wait, there was a boss here?
Lol.
Yeah, you can, with that boss, you can actually preset the light walls while the screen is transitioning. So he starts taking damage the moment the screen transitions. As you saw, 3 light walls almost instantly. And he was taking 123. So he was taking at least 300 damage per tick plus the attacks from my radiant orbs at the same time. So that was a lot of damage real fast. And this was so much better with a double jump. I am probably going to rush lab after these checks here. Because there's a thing between another friend of mine and Sean's and Arrow's, hiding hero. There's another running joke with us. Just rush lab. Everything's in lab. Especially when it's not. It's still in lab. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and warp shard. And we're rushing lab after the Gyre location coming up. Because I just love... This is actually my favorite Gyre location to do. Because if you have Galaxy Earrings, just doing this is really good experience for your orbs, especially in rooms like that. And you can see why it's really good experience on the orbs right there. That was a free room. That was an annoying room. Yeah, level 12 Radiant Orbs, that's not bad. So much better with double jump to do this area. You kind of can see why Radiant Orb is so good.
Yeah, so it was nice, very nice to have.
You know, I have never actually seen what the second Merchant Crow looks like. Okay, that's actually a nice looking crow.
Shout out to one of my Twitch mods, Anna, whose whole branding is a crow.
So, because I'm not in go mode, I do actually have a way that I usually route this place. And it's actually easier to do with the sash.
Yeah, because you still need, what, 2 more Timespinner pieces?
Yes.
And then you'll be done.
Yeah. I will say I do have a weird way of routing this. And I've messed up my light wall placement there.
Orb's
Well,
not bad.
I orb in French vanilla area. So the only thing that Sash makes easier here is how I did that last room. Please, thank you. Is I would have actually gotten in this room faster with Sash.
Yep.
Because I would have just jumped up through a area. Welcome to the second Hellraiser room where the third gear would be. I've already shown where the two of the vanilla gear spots is. This is where the third gear spot is. And still Hellgazer room. Oh, because I have the soul scanner, you can actually see the name of the enemies in the bottom right now. One of my favorite spells, Frozen Spires. Next to Ice Orbs. So this spot is where you get Vanilla Talaria's attachment. You can probably tell why it's a late game item now. When we make it to where you start with it. Gotta go fast. Oh, I hate this boss.
And if I remember correctly, that save point is disabled to prevent shock block.
Yes. I hate this boss.
It's dead though.
That was it. This spot is actually its vanilla spot too.
Yep.
Well, for the Gyre location, that is. So that item I just got, the Eternal Crown, is best in slot defense, but not best in slot attack for helmet. Oh yeah, I do have this now, so I can do this safely. So, I didn't get to show the area off last time, but we are coming up to the Empire Towers. Light wall still.
So much for it being a boss fight, huh?
Yep, that's actually technically the second boss in the game. And he is actually the weakest boss in the game. Well, welcome to the Empire Towers. One of my favorite locations, because I actually like the music here. Relaxing music here. Actually, I really don't know if you would actually call it relaxing, to be fair.
More epic than relaxed.
I should have grabbed the checkpoint there. Oh well. I do not trust these platforms. So I'll just make my own. Oh, that's a pity, Max Wara up. But I will take that pity. So this is where you would actually fight Dad. We are fighting past Dad and present Dad spot. That's actually interesting.
And done. With the loadout, bosses aren't that big of a deal.
Light Wall is so nice to use. Also, 720 health.
Yeah, you're not dying anytime soon.
Hey, we found it! Whee! I can fly!
Yep. Now you get to see all of the vertical movement you could ever want.
And the best place to show it off is in the towers. Oh wait. So much faster now to move. I kind of feel sorry for that guard now. Never stood a chance. All 3 times. Probably like, what the hell just hit me 3 times? Okay, I did get that checked. Did I get this one? No, I did not. So there is one more check I have to grab here in the tower. So let's grab that last check here in the tower.
Unfortunately, didn't entirely pan out.
Yep, now this is just cleanup, trying to figure out where the last 2 pieces are. Do I have Royal Ring? I do not have Plasma Geyser, though. Yeah, so as you can see, this is basically now just rushing all ocular spots, trying to grab those while grabbing other stuff that I've had not been
Yeah,
able to grab.
basically now it's get as much cleanup as possible.
I might go buy more warp shards here eventually.
Yeah, but so you might run out if you don't get your go mode soon.
Sometimes it's actually useful to kill enemies to see if they actually drop the warp shards. I didn't go far enough down. Okay, I did get those. There's gear
There's
2.
one. One to go. Would have been nice if that was just it right there.
Yeah, it would have been. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this one check I couldn't get earlier because Wheel and Light Well were so late.
Bet you now don't even need a wheel for.
Okay, so I have
Looks
two
like you just
checks.
gotta.
Got a lot of cleanup in the present. Let's see. Let's grab these 3 checks over this way. Oh yeah, there's a chat box you get right here whenever you beat the mall and come here. This is to let you know that you've beaten the mall, and you probably need the gas mask to go into this area. So not those two. Let's try this one down here.
Still not that.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left here. Oh boy. Decisions.
Yeah, this is the tough part in mini randos when you're one item from go mode and it can literally be anywhere in the game.
Especially when you now have almost everything left, or all the items in the game now.
Yeah, because you have a full tracker. Oh, well, sure. Or, you know, we're in go mode now. But yeah, full tracker for the second seed.
That's probably the fastest you've seen a warp shard. We can fight either one, and Maul's easier to deal with. That's with Light Wall. I mean, they're both easy to deal with Light Wall. But when Light Wall's dealing 170 damage...
Yeah, it's just dead like that.
The relaxing music now that you can hear. While existence has faded out.
Except for a single platform.
It's interesting when when time breaks and all you get to see are like random stuff because of the boss randomizer. It's so interesting to see that stuff. Also, Radiant Orb is now level 22.
Yeah, so you're gonna have no issue here. Also, having everything here, you can take the best path here.
I still can't kill them in the 3 hits. That was the trick I was trying to do last time.
Yeah, but you got it this time. This time, if you had failed, you could have just flown up too. So.
Yep. Is the game acting choppy, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Now the question is gonna be, what are your 2 final bosses?
Well, I know Zarian's not one, but
Oh. A little out of order, but sure.
it still killed it just as fast.
And the other is... Sure.
So this is the other boss that you can fight in the... when you get to choose who you want to fight going back into the past before you break time. And time.
And there's time.
So
And this is the time of 1:04:39.
And I'm gonna
GG's.
and I'm gonna assume that map completion is around 90%.
Let's take a look. 90 on the spot.
And 2-second difference between in-game and the actual live split. So again, the time and difference is not off by far.
GG's. But
GG.
yeah, that was a pair of seats from Kits. We'll be doing more showcases for sure. And like we briefly mentioned earlier, we're probably gonna do something Archipelago related in the near future as well. Get 2 to 4 people doing different games.
That'll be interesting to restream, though. I'm kind of curious at how you're gonna do that.
That actually won't be too difficult.
Are you gonna do the one? Are you gonna do it the way that they would do it for like an actual restream, where you put all 4 on this, or like pull them from a source?
What I will probably do, right, is I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. Because getting the feeds and trackers won't be hard.
Yeah.
And honestly, we only need game audio from 1. So there's that as well. We'll figure it out when we get to it. Because we can have Discord, like I said, I'll be capturing it from Discord feeds like I did this. But we'll figure it out when we get to it. It won't be too long. He's on bad at OT. I may do a open sign up. Like people like fill out a Google form, tell me what game they'd want to play, and then I would just grab 4 out of it. And go with that.
And that would be interesting to watch too, because what you would see going on in an archipelago is, for instance, like all those checks I was doing, those could have an item from any world, like from any of the games.
Exactly. Like if I were to play, I would probably play Hollow Knight.
And that would be an interesting one to do with Timespinner too.
Yeah, Hollow Knight and Timespinner probably synergize this very well, because as far as like standard settings for Hollow Knight, they can be timed about the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's gonna do it for us now. And if you want to have suggestions and stuff, feel free to put it in the Discord. If you are not in the Discord, I am going to put the commands here. This will eventually be up on YouTube as well. Don't close it out yet, because I still got your feed up. But yeah, this will eventually be up on YouTube, and The Discord link will be in that description. The Twitter link will be in the description. The link to Kit's channel and mine will be in the description to cover the runners and the comms. Speaking of which, I should have just done comms command only since you're on both, but it's fine. There's that for the Twitter. It's been fun.
It was fun doing this.
Yep. This is only the first of many restreams. We're hoping to have another next week. I know I have something I'm going to showcase myself, but I'm going to want someone to join me on commentary for it. I just haven't decided what it's going to be yet. But I know that I know Shark, he has messaged me about doing something as well. So, and there's also rumors going around of possibly a Super Mario 64 rando race soon.
Ooh, I better start practicing so I can join in on that. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can definitely get in on it. Like, I'll probably like put 2 people on restream and then like have a race time room. So, because like we'll be doing a lot of races here. But for now, we'll call it a stream. GG's to Kits. Both runs went very well. We only had one hiccup with Discord yelling at us.
And that was on my end, apparently.
Apparently. And we will see everyone next time.
Have a good one, everyone.